Hey, what's up guys? Kingin' out of here, and I'm gonna be making a commentary about Call of Duty, Call of Duty Ghosts, and all the Call of Duties coming after that, however many there may be. This is probably gonna be over COD 4 or Modern Warfare 2 or something like that, nothing. Gameplay is not important. I want to talk about why everybody has to stop getting their hopes up every year over hoping the next Call of Duty is gonna be Call of Duty 4 again. Because it's just not. It's never gonna be the same. And the main reason is simplicity. Call of Duty 4 is widely accepted, or most people admit that it's their favorite, or it's not. My personal opinion, it's not the best Call of Duty, but a lot of people say it is, and the reason is because it's simple and it's fun and it's just the memories of Call of Duty. And that's why people keep buying these Call of Duties, even though people hate it. People buy them because they remember the good old days, COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. They remember how much fun they had in those games. But the more Call of Duty has gotten away from being simple and gun to gun and just a shooter, and more towards this complicated, this just mess of equipment and guns and sniper rifles and balancing, the worse the game's really gotten. And I'm not saying that's the fault of Treyarch or Infinity Ward. I'm just saying that, or what I'm saying is it's more the community's fault. They keep pounding and pounding away, saying that they want a change and they want a new game, but all in all, it's still Call of Duty. And now people are complaining that it's getting too far away from Call of Duty. They don't like it anymore. But in actuality, it's a community that made these developers go from the peer-to-peer gun-on-gun games to Black Ops 2, where it's flying around quad rotor drones and throwing bouncing betties and just all this chaos, which doesn't make for a good game in my experience, or my personal opinion. It just makes this mess of all these different playstyles just converging into everybody getting angry over getting killed by a random guy with 5 shock charges in the corner. But yeah, Call of Duty is never gonna go back to the game you loved, and the reason is Call of Duty just isn't going to downgrade. They've implemented all these things, all these new things that probably the vast majority of just normal, everyday kids sitting in their living room after school love, but most people who watch YouTube videos and things like these, or what you're listening to right now, hopefully, it's just not what we want. It's not the game we like. It's not the game we ever liked. It's just getting too far away from the old Call of Duties. And the reason why Ghosts in every Call of Duty past that, it's just gonna get worse and worse because they keep getting yelled at to innovate and put all these things in their game. And what the hardcore base fans really want is it to be simple again, is simplicity. But you're not gonna get simplicity when the community is yelling at Infinity Ward, who's making the next game. It's to pretty much make a new game, for it to be totally different. And if you want the game to be totally different, play a new game. But through constant bitching and nagging, they're making the game completely different, and it's never gonna be back to the good old Call of Duty that everybody wants it to be, and why everybody keeps buying it. And as you can see, as Call of Duty changes and gets more and more innovative and different and in quotation marks, better or new game, people like it less and less. The sales keep going up, but the base fans, the people who really drive the Call of Duty community, are starting to fall away from it. Call of Duty 4 and World at War were pretty much the same game. People stuck to Call of Duty 4 because they didn't like World War II scene, they didn't like the guns. World War II, World at War was really a good game. It was really exactly the same as COD 4, and that's why they are both somewhat successful. Call of Duty 4 is very successful, and World at War kept it going, but Modern Warfare 2 came out, and at the time, everybody hated Modern Warfare 2. Now you hear people talking about how great of a game, how everything was amazing, but you go back to, 2011 when it came out, everybody hated it. It's when they implemented akimbo shotguns, and they put in, one-man army, these new perks and commando. When they added all these things in, people hated it. People hated the fact that people camped for nukes and just sat on their kill streaks. When they added these things, people could not stand it. And once again, Black Ops was just kind of a clone of that, and Black Ops did very well. It broke the record for media or whatever at the time, but excuse me. But they once again kind of cloned Modern Warfare 2 Infinity Ward, added their own few things. Once again, that the things they did add in, like that camera spike and the point system, nobody liked. And then you came around again to Modern Warfare 3, which had all the same problems as all the other games. People didn't like the Juggernaut thing. People didn't like camping for the MOABs. People didn't like any of that. And then finally you get here to Black Ops 2, which is just full of things like the shock charge Bettys and the shotguns, and it's just they diversify their game, and just because they make it different, add more things in, doesn't make it better. And they're not going to get rid of things, they're just going to keep adding and adding and adding, which means that the game is just going to get more and more and more away from the old Call of Duties which people liked. And that's all I have to say about Ghosts and the predecessors that will follow Ghosts. It's just never going to be the same, and if people stop buying Call of Duty hoping that it's going to be COD 4 again, if they have the mindset that it's going to be a different game, which it is going to be a different game, they'll enjoy it much more and take it as it is and not as what it used to be.